Hey, 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 how are you? My name is Laquita Danzy, and I am coming to you to read Matthew's Dream Tiny Book. A couple of mice living in a dusty attic with their only children. His name is Matthew. In one corner of the attic, dripped with cobwebs, were piles of newspapers, books, and magazines, and an old broken lamp, and the sad reminders of doll. That was Matthew's corner. The mice were very poor, but they had high hopes for Matthew. He would grow up to be a doctor, perhaps. Then they would have Parmesan cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But when they asked Matthew what he wanted to be, he said, I don't know. I want to see the world. One day, Matthew and his classmates were taken to the museum. It was the first time they were amazed at what they saw. There was a huge portrait of King Mouse the Fourth, dressed like a general, and next to it was a picture of cheese that made Matthew drool. They were wiggling mice that floated through the air, and the mice with horns and bushy tails, and mountains and rushing streams and branches bowing in the wind. The world is all here, thought Matthew. Entrance. Matthew wandered from room to room, gazing at the paintings. There were some that he didn't understand at first. One looked like crust of pastries, but when he looked more carefully, a mouse emerged. That one right there. How awesome is that? Then, turning a corner, Matthew found himself face to face with another little mouse. She smiled at him. I'm Nicolette, she said. Aren't these paintings wonderful? That night, Matthew had a strange dream. He dreamed that he and Nicolette were walking hand in hand in a museum fantastic painting. As they walked playfully, patches of color shifted under their feet, and all around them suns and moons moved gently to the sound of the distant music. Matthew had never been so happy. He embraced Nicolette. Let's stay here forever, he whispered. Matthew woke with a start. He was alone. Nicolette had faded from his dreams. The gray dryness of his active corner appeared to him in all his bleak misery. Tears came to his eyes. Oh, he's sad. But then, as if by magic, what Matthew saw began to change. The shapes hugged each and the palette colors of the messy junk heaped brighter. Even with the cluttery newspaper now looked soft and smooth, and from afar, Matthew thought he heard the notes of a familiar music. He ran to his parents' corner. I know, he said. Now I know. I want to be a painter. Matthew became a painter, and he worked hard and painted large canvases filled with the shapes and colors of joy. Then he married Nicolette in the time he became famous, and mice from all the world came to see and buy his paintings. His largest painting now hung in a museum. When asked about the title, Matthew smiles. The title, he says, as if he had never thought about it before, My Dream. The end. Thanks for coming if you came in. I appreciate you. Have a nice night or day or morning. Bye bye.